Congratulations to our summer class of 2022. I'm Rhonda Bush, the director of the Global Leadership MBA program at the University of Texas at Dallas NAVEEN JINDAL School of Management. Today, we gather as faculty, administrators, friends, and family to celebrate the great achievements of the Glemba class of 2022. During today's celebration, we will hear from John Barden, the Associate Dean for Executive Education, Monica Powell, the Senior Associate Dean for the JINDAL School of Management, announce awards to both students and faculty, recognize our UTD Glemba class of 2022 graduates, and lastly offer a congratulations and one final reflection. Each of you had a unique journey, when you started, how you paced yourself according to your personal and professional balance, who you had in your mini cohort, what classes you took as your electives. That is the beauty of the Glemba program, that it is unique to each of you. It is your journey. Yet you meet students and faculty along the way that impact your present and hopefully will continue to impact your future after you graduate. Each of you completed the core MBA classes, but sometimes at a different pace and sometimes with different faculty. Yet you all learned the basics of business with Dr. Albrecht, Professor Barden, Dr. Brusolo, Dr. Choi, Dr. Dowse, Professor Hassan, Dr. Hicks, Professor Katz, Dr. Kaiser, Dr. Reichert, Dr. Sadka, and Professor Wyant. And then you had the International Management concentration with additional courses such as Global Mergers and Acquisitions, Global Marketing, Global Politics, and Global Leadership, taught by Dr. Albrecht, Dr. Pinehart, Professor Sachdeva, and Professor Solomon. Lastly, we had the elective classes where you were able to customize your degree with classes across 6 possible areas of interest: business analytics, finance, leadership, project management, organizational consulting, and strategic human resources. You had additional Glemba faculty such as Dr. Ayers, Dr. Bradbury, Dr. Lynch, Dr. Perez, Professor Thompson, and Dr. Thurgood, as well as some faculty in other departments. What a journey! You made it to the end even with all the twists and turns, and now you have completed the Global Leadership MBA and are graduates of the University of Texas at Dallas, and I offer you my sincerest congratulations. And now I'd like to introduce John Barden, Associate Dean of Executive Education at the JINDAL School of Management.
Welcome to the Global Leadership MBA graduation. My name is John Barden, and I'm the Associate Dean of the Executive Education area. Grandparents, parents, friends, significant others, and siblings, thank you for your support to our graduates. Graduates, it's been a long and challenging road, and we did it. My advice to you is very simple. Work hard, be honest, and believe in yourself. We have great challenges and opportunities ahead. With your help, knowledge, and know-how, the future is bright. Get involved with your community, your family, and friends. Forever, you are members of UT Dallas and the Executive Education area. Come back and visit us anytime. Thank you once again, and go Comets!
And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Monica Powell, Senior Associate Dean of Graduate Programs at the JINDAL School of Management.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Monica Powell. I'm the Senior Associate Dean and Graduate Dean here at the JINDAL School of Management, and I have the distinct honor and privilege to wish all of our students who are graduating the heartiest of congratulations that we can offer. It's funny, students come by to see me around the time of graduation, and now that they're done with all their hard exams and all of their courses and all of their important projects, they reach out and they say, Dr. Powell, can you give us some great advice to be really successful in our career? And they say, I've got to always be the smartest person. I've always got to have the best technical skills, right? Those are the kind of things that I should worry about in having a great career. And I think they're caught off guard a little bit when I come back and I tell them that while those kinds of things are really important to a successful career, what's really more important is always remembering to be humble, to be kind, and to be grateful. You know, I know that the JINDAL students are well prepared for their careers, and they are going to go out and they are going to make news wherever they go. But I think as you go out and you accomplish great things, always remember not to let that go to your head. Always remember to be really humble about that, because people want to promote humble achievers. People want to work for humble leaders. And I think that if you can always keep your ego in check, you're going to position yourself for great opportunities. You know, the second thing that I think is really important is to always be kind. You know, I'd love to say that the world is full of kind people, but in the course of every career, you're going to run across people that unfortunately are not so kind. But I will tell you that if you give them kindness, you will set an example for the culture of your organization. You will set an example for the people that are younger than you are or less experienced. You want to fly off the handle and get really angry at somebody. You never win when you treat another person unkind. So hold on to your anger. Always remember, be kind, even in the most difficult of situations. And then the last piece of advice that I give a graduate is to always be grateful. You know, opportunity doesn't happen by chance. It's not just because you got lucky. Opportunity happens because you work really hard, and you need to be grateful for that hard work, because that hard work will bring you opportunities to get promoted, opportunities to take a new job, opportunities to advance inside of your profession, your organization, or your industry. But it's when you aren't grateful that you don't position yourself to have that opportunity. So always be humble, always be kind, always be grateful, and keep up your technical skills and your knowledge, your ability to take on new problems, new challenges. Those are still important. But don't forget the three that students often forget as they start their careers. We will miss you as students here at the JINDAL School. We hope you'll stay in touch. We hope that you'll reach back and pay it forward for another student that comes behind you. Get them an internship, help them make a connection, help them network, help them find a job, help mentor them. Lots of opportunities to reach back and give back to the JINDAL School. We hope you'll be in touch. We cannot wait to celebrate all of your success as you move beyond your degree program. And we hope that we'll see you in the hallways at the JINDAL School sometime in the near future. Congratulations again, class of 2022.
It has been part of the Glemba graduation celebration for students to recognize their peers and faculty in the following areas: Best Team Contributor, Outstanding Class Leadership, and for the faculty, Teaching. The Glemba program also recognizes a student with the highest GPA. Lastly, we award the Geisinger Globe to a student who best embodies the Glemba spirit. Without further ado, the award for the student with the highest GPA goes to... The award for Best Team Contributor goes to... The award for Outstanding Class Leadership goes to... The Faculty Teaching Award goes to...
Greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for this award. I have really enjoyed teaching you and learning with you. Your experiences have made me a better professor and a better leader. As we've talked about so many times in class, remember that the most important person that you lead is you. To get that right implies that you are a leader that is trustworthy. And when you understand that, you can drive sustainable excellence over a very long period of time and drive transformational change that will make a difference. All the best as you move forward. Reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to help. Have a great summer, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.
And the Geisinger Globe for the student who embodies the spirit of Glemba goes to... And now, what we've been waiting for, the recognition of our Glemba class of 2022. Richard Abraham Agasabake. Aubrey Anderson.
I owe a very large debt of gratitude to the Ellsworth family, especially to Dana. I don't think I could have done any of this without their support and their love and encouragement, and just with game nights and the fun that they provided amidst all of the hard work that it took to get through the program. I remember doing my uptake interview with Rhonda and talking about all of my future plans for going into education and policy reform, and kind of none of that is looking like it's going to happen. It's been fascinating to watch my interests take shape and return to the things that I knew that I loved during my undergraduate experience. Things like policy and political science and economics and analysis and data. And it's really interesting to see how all of that is coming together to create a future for me in the public sector, which is where I wanted to end up. But having the MBA definitely sets me apart from my peers just because it's not an MPA. And so I have just that slightly different perspective than other people as I'm going through this program and analyzing problems and trying to find solutions. And that has been really exciting. I've always been fascinated by the public sector and the work that goes into creating a society where people can thrive and enjoy life. And I think that the MBA, specifically this Global Leadership MBA, is just the right tool to enable me to do that. And I love the thought of going in, and I do meet a little resistance when I tell people this, but going in and making governments more efficient, and kind of meeting people who go, but governments exist to be inefficient. And I go, I'll change it. I'll take all of that business acumen that I've gathered over the course of this and change the government.
Keely K. Anderson.
Probably my favorite thing about the Glemba program so far has been just all the different group activities that we've been able to do. Most of the classes have that group portion, which makes it feel a little bit more personal. And then with that, I feel like I've gotten to experience a lot of diverse opinions and get to interact with a bunch of different people from fields that I haven't personally had any insight in prior. So I feel like that has also just made it have a little bit stronger camaraderie as well, and make it feel a little bit more personal and give me a lot of insight and experience as well. I have been fortunate enough to take 4 different classes with Professor Thurgood, and he has just been an incredible professor. He's got tons of insights and knowledge and experience, particularly in the realm of leadership. And I'm really drawn to his teaching style. It's very conversational, and I think a lot of people are able to gain that because they can draw from their own experience and bring that in, and then we can learn from others in the class that way as well. And he's just, again, very, very insightful, and he's very encouraging and is always there for us in the long run.
Patricia Marie Banks. Robert Busey Guittard.
Yes, I absolutely have a favorite. It was kind of hard to narrow it down, actually. I'd say my favorite was Professor Keith Thurgood. Actually, my last class with him is happening right now as I'm about to wrap it up. But I had, I think, 3 classes with him, and he's all part of the leadership series. And part of the reason I love it is because that's what I'm most interested in, is the leadership aspect of it. But a lot of it just had to do with his particular background and what he was bringing to the table. It wasn't just coming from a book, which I could read from books if I wanted to. It came from real life experience. So that's part of it. I mean, he's a 2-star general. He was, I believe, CEO for a couple of different companies in the for-profit world. He's run for political office. He's leading and he's teaching now. And so there's all of that experience that he's brought to bear. But a big part of it was just I connected well with his style that was coming from real world experience. And so you think about what our preconceived notions might be of a 2-star general and how they might lead, and then it's command and control and it's about ranking. But he blew that kind of up for sure. I mean, he was very inclusive, very encouraging, very enthusiastic, very optimistic, and fun guy to talk to. And you could tell that would have come out in his management style and in his leadership style, all the different places that he worked with. So I took a lot from just his interpersonal leadership, as well as from the specific examples that he gave. And I love the simplicity that he brought to it. If I remember, he would say leadership equals character plus results. So there's how many thousands of books on leadership out there, and that sums it all up, and I couldn't agree with it more. And it simplifies it so that if you got great character and you're bringing results, then everything else is kind of nuance around that. Those are the two most important things. So love that about him, and appreciated that about him. So definitely my favorite, although there were some other pretty close folks in there. No question, would I recommend this program to others? There's a million reasons why, but just in general, beyond specifically UTD and specifically the Glemba program, I'm a big believer, and if you're not growing, you're dying. So not everybody's wired that way, but just to continue stretching yourself to grow in all kinds of ways. Of course, there's the obvious outgrowth of having gotten an MBA that, from title and more money, but ultimately life is about growing. And I've certainly grown my knowledge and network in so many different ways, even ways that I wasn't particularly interested in. It's been helpful to me on the back end and navigating tons of conversations, whether that's more on economics and finance and accounting, which I cared less about, and more on the leadership side of things. That background and basis was critical for me. In terms of the Glemba program and UTD in general, I think UTD is awesome. I mean, it's been rising in the rankings for years. It's kind of a silent, to many people, kind of creeper way up the rankings, and it's been incredible to watch. And it's become a real powerhouse. And so I think that's great. And the Glemba program in general, it's been huge. I mean, I actually started off, my first year was in the executive MBA. I lived in Dallas at the time. I had to move to Austin because I ended up getting a great job, great opportunity in the middle of being in the program. So I couldn't attend in person. So I needed to switch over to the Glemba. And what I loved both programs for different reasons, but Glemba was great because it allowed me the flexibility that I needed as I jumped into a new career opportunity and needed more time, and I sped it up and slowed it down in different semesters. So I took what was originally going to be a 21-month or 2-year program and turned it into a 3-year program, but it was what I needed at the time, and that kind of relates to how you balance all this when you're doing everything else. But awesome program, learned a ton, and I think it's a top-notch university to do it with.
Jonathan Hoke. Shannon Mary Macaulay Newcomb.
Well, hello, and thank you for having me. And to answer your question, and the short answer, yes, I would recommend this program to others. I would say that this program is very much catered towards high-performing individuals that have careers and that have families, and really just a long list of priorities, right, in life that happens. So with this program, although I really did feel it was challenging, just challenging enough, I was able to continue to focus on my career and my future goals, and still be, the parent that I want to be to my family, while earning my MBA. So that flexibility and the way that it was structured was really helpful to what I'm doing as an adult, which I believe that there's many more out there that feel the same way. And I really like the fact that I didn't have to give up anything to be able to continue my education. I'm always looking for new ways on achieving my goals and setting goals, right? You constantly have to be doing that. So I believe that I've met my goals that I came here. When I came to Glemba, I was very focused on really trying to fill the gaps of the different departments of business and value chains that I hadn't learned or I hadn't gained from my experience. So really trying to fill those gaps, which I believe I have done. Also, I was really trying to be more data-driven and analytical and think critically. And, you know, with the program and with Glemba, I feel that I have done that. Of course, my goals are going to continuously change and evolve. So of course, after graduation, there may be a little bit of difference in terms of the goals that I've set. But as for how I came in, I do believe that I've met those goals. Well, post-graduation, it's so great to say. I really believe that how I will utilize the Glemba program is through the network that we've built, through those great tight relationships that we've built. We started with a small group from the beginning. We're ending with the same group. A lot of those, my peers and my colleagues all work in, you know, different industries, different markets, different parts of the world. And all of that, with all those different perspectives, will really help me for, you know, thinking of where I want to go with my career. I am, and you know, trying to advance as a female leader. So having that network and having those types of partnerships is going to be very beneficial for my future.
Lan On Wen. Kyum Yong Oh. Michael Roy Red. Brian Thomas Shelton. Congratulations to the Glemba class of 2022! As we conclude, I'd like to leave you with some final thoughts. First, stay engaged. You are graduates of the University of Texas at Dallas NAVEEN JINDAL School of Management Global Leadership MBA program. We want you to come to campus when you can. Find a way to be involved virtually or in a local group. This is your program, your school, your university. Be proud and stay engaged. Keep moving forward on your lifelong learning journey. Second, as alumni, you will continue to have many great successes in life. Please share them with us. We want to continue the celebration. And lastly, we are celebrating your graduation, which is also called commencement, which has synonyms: beginning, start, launch, origin, and kickoff. You are kicking off the next phase of your journey. As you close one door, another opens. Celebrate the journey you have completed and be excited about the one you're about to initiate. As we conclude, we join the faculty in offering you one last congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Yay, graduates! Awesome job! Woohoo! Woo, woo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations on graduating.
A sincere congratulations to you all.
It's time to celebrate you.
You did it.
You did it.
You did it.
You made it via hard work, dedication, determination. That's awesome.
All I can say is hopefully you remember OOF, operating, investing, and financing. Work hard, be honest, believe in yourselves. Come back and visit us anytime.
May you lead well, ask more meaningful questions, and solve important problems.
We're very proud of you. We wish you all the best and success after graduation. And please remember, we're always here and we love to hear about your successes and future endeavors. So keep in touch.
And be well.
You've worked hard, so celebrate. You've earned it.
UTD Commons are leaders,
Innovators,
creative thinkers,
And problem solvers.
schedule flexibility, valuable interactions with faculty, and strong connections with peers. All 100% online. Just a few benefits that describe the Glemba program.
All of us.
wish you.
Best of luck.
congratulations.
Keep on soaring. Keep on soaring.
Comets fly on.